everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Plumbing the Death Star. I'm Joe.
I'm Jackson.
And I'm also Joe.
Plumbing the Death Star is a comedy pop culture podcast that asks the important questions like, Cyclops sucks, how would you redesign him? I reworded that question specifically for you, Joel.
That's
Zaman,
okay.
because
That's okay.
as a Cyclops guy,
I know.
Yeah.
I've been number one Cyclops hater since day dot.
Yeah.
Came out the pussy hating.
I was going to say, it's weird because there is this weird thing of, I think a lot of Cyclops hate happens because of the movies.
Yeah, because I hate James
2000.
Marsden.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Like,
Fair
I mean,
enough.
like, he doesn't...
He's
unlike-
not done anything, but I get it, dude.
Honestly, that did throw me. Like the reason of why. So I'm like, okay, we're going down the James Marsden hate.
No, there's something about him.
I hate just looking at him.
Yeah.
Actually, James Marsden, little aside, he's a very handsome man. He, in theory,
Yeah.
could be and should be
On
a leading,
paper.
on paper, like a leading man.
Yeah.
However, we
He's
look
the-
at
he's
James
the Hollywood
Marsden
cock.
and
Yeah.
we're like, I want to fuck his wife.
Yeah.
Why?
I-
Why is he the poster boy for getting, like,
He is.
watching his wife getting railed?
He is, I mean, he's not into it. In none of the movies is he happy. He's not a cock, he's just a man
He's
who...
a man getting cheated on.
Yeah.
No, it's a man
But we
who's-
like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Well,
Well,
I'll
if
tell you
I'm
what it
watching,
is.
hang on. If you're watching cuck pornography, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm guessing there might be several different versions. But do you want the
How many minutes in? not one. Go on.
Go- Thank you.
Cock pornography.
Go
Yes,
watching-
if I'm
if we
watching
are
cuck
watching cuck
pornography.
pornography,
Yeah.
I'm assuming there must be different versions of it. But do you want your cuck to be happy or do you want your cuck to be unhappy?
I think you got to thread the needle. You want to be like, this sucks, but I'm a
Well,
little excited by it.
The
Well, it depends
the
what POV
crazy
are you-
the
Yeah.
crazy thing is that I think Joel Zaman has hit the nail on the head, and there's like three types I
Yeah.
think that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
I don't
With our extensive research,
We don't know that better
academically.
from my perusing of certain websites when I wish to beat off my little penis.
Yes.
The
Truly.
three that and look, cock porn, not my forte.
No,
So
but it is
That's
ubiquitous. I get it. You
It's,
cannot look at
yeah.
pornography without.
It's kind
You
of
see
like
what's going on because like
Yeah.
you load the front page. What's happening? Oh, okay, awesome.
And I feel it's like that, like weirdly an evolution of like, say, back in, I forget what era it was, but
Yeah.
there was a lot of like, stepsister, stepbrother, kind of like that. Then they kind of also then went to like, stepmom. So it was like incesty
Yeah.
thing going on, which I want to blame Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I
for.
want to
Yeah.
blame that
Because
too.
I think it was around that same time. Then we got a lot of weirdly that hit the mainstream, I guess, or the front page.
Yeah.
Stuck pornography.
Yes,
No,
there's
there's
a lot of
that was awesome.
That
People
was
keep
good
getting
times.
stuck in
People
things.
keep getting stuck and then made love to.
Yeah.
I don't know why is that.
It's awesome because the plot's always like, maybe your shorts are
Oh,
I
And then
have
it's
never
like,
fucked up the laundry that bad.
what's that? Oh, I'm sorry, it's just
Yeah.
Imagine
yeah.
it's like.
Although, here's another
Yeah.
thing. Stock porn is more like, that's almost like a live action adaptation of like, because like anime and stuff like that always has fucking stupid, goofy sexual
Yeah.
interactions.
I agree.
And I feel like stock porn
I
is
reckon
almost
stock
like
porn
a-
is anime inspired or
Is it like an
hentai
adaptation?
inspired.
Yeah.
An adaptation. It's a Western adaptation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I
A
think
twist on an old classic.
Yeah, and then I feel what's happened is now you're getting more like cuck. Sort of that was the one that came after that.
Your
Cucking's
algorithm's a
in.
little different to mine because I'm not getting heaps of cock stuff.
I'm
Yeah.
just again in general.
Yeah,
What you search for on the main page, it'll come up like
Yeah.
this.
I think for me, I don't think any of it's really. I'm still seeing less stuck pornography.
Yeah, stock
Stuff
was the
doesn't
time and a
seem to
place.
be.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't really
Here's
see
the
much
thing with-
stuck stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with step stuff. I
Yeah.
think that what has happened is the general consensus is like, because like naughty schoolgirl and whatever,
Yeah.
that's fallen out of favor because everyone's been
Good.
like,
That's a bit icky. Yeah.
Good.
Don't know
it
if that's.
still exists.
Yeah.
I know.
It's like, but it's always, it's obviously like college
Yeah,
students,
yeah.
so over 18. But yeah, like, but I feel like that step stuff you can establish, it's like, especially like stepmom, it's like, no blood relation.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well and truly over 18.
Yeah.
But also the like, whoa, we shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
I wonder if you get like your step siblings
Kind of like fucking
stuff.
in public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your step sibling stuff of like that hits
Yeah.
the mainstream. Then it goes into like step mom, and then you're like, Well, if it's stepmom, clearly, you're
Stepdad's
you're
the next.
cucking your dad.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean.
And
yeah,
then there's that leap to. I do what is that?
I don't see much stepdad pornography.
Is there any academics out there that are like looking at and studying the trends?
That would
of
be the
pornography?
best job in the world,
God
dude.
damn, I want to read those articles.
Every
Journals.
Pornhub every single year.
They release the stats, but I want to know: is there anyone being like
someone
why?
being like a sociologist who's like, what's going on?
Why is this
humanity?
But then also, porn websites operate like YouTube and like whatever's on the front page. Although the front page is curated, you click on a video, your front page is changing.
Yeah. That is
like
true.
like as in kind of like an Instagram reel.
Yeah. Where it goes, oh, you looked at this briefly. You let it preview,
guys. Isn't this weird how all your on your front page of Pornhub is just like Dobby the house help getting railed by a guy that kind of looks like me?
No,
that's not.
I'm not seeing that.
I'll watch all of them just in case.
Because they're real good.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's great that everyone's I assume everyone's watching.
Yeah. No, I'm watching those videos where a woman says I have a really little dick, but she says it's so small she can't find it, and then she gets really panicked. That's what I'm into.
Scared.
She gets really
runs
scared.
out of the room.
Yeah,
Often she calls the police.
Yeah.
And the video ends with the police opening fire.
I'm like, jerk off instructions, but you have a little dick.
Yeah.
Where is it? And then
a little
she
bit puzzled, and they're getting real sweaty because they don't know what to do.
Yeah, they don't have instructions to this one.
Yeah.
So I guess you just
I don't know.
Can you spread your legs wider? I don't know.
I reckon just finger your arsehole.
Yeah. You don't have it. You got a tiny arsehole as well. You can't find the arsehole.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like jerk off instructions, but it's a woman that's clearly never seen human genitals before in her life, and she goes, "What the fuck?
Spin it?
I reckon just grab a handful and shake it around.
Some like little twists.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, is that good?
You ever made dough? You know where they do made a fire? Do this with the penis? Is that
Can
good?
you slap it on something hard?
I can.
If you do a fart, does that feel good?
Yes. I talk to my porn. I assume that's
Stop talking back to me.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it feels good.
Not
it
really
does.
sexual, it's just satisfying.
And
Thank you
every
for
time,
asking.
because obviously she's not talking back and she will interrupt me, I go, oh.
Yeah, sorry.
So go.
Yes, it does feel good when I fart. Take your tiny... Oh, I'm sorry. You go on. Carry on, ma'am. Yeah.
A little notepad taking notes.
Yeah. Fully clothed, not erect.
Yeah.
I don't understand what pornography is for at all.
Yeah, learning.
You guys seen these websites that are full of
Best
naked
interaction.
people?
Yeah.
What is that?
Why?
Who's that? Who's that for?
Who's that for? Because
There's
like
a
I
lot of,
don't.
a lot of views on these
I guess it
videos.
makes sense because you can probably find a website full of apples or houses.
Makes sense. Everyone loves realestate.com or whatever.
I went
People
on-
watching that, yeah.
Yeah.
People
I
like
went
looking
on,
at
I went
houses.
on apple.com though. No fruit.
Yeah, I
What
don't
the-
understand.
the
It's like
internet
it's
frightens
computer.
me.
What the hell, dude? The internet should be, if you can think of a thing, you can find a website that has lots of examples of that thing.
I should be able to go to like
Apple videos.
brick.com.
Yeah.
Bricks.
Yeah,
I mean, the closest, once again, with bricks, I just get houses.
Yeah, exactly. That's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I want to go
It's so-
www.bananas.com and have a
Exactly.
list of the bananas and information about them.
Yeah.
No, it's nice because you get to see the view count on this, but like every time I look at houses, there's just a real big price.
Yeah,
there
I don't know what
that
that's
I
for.
don't understand.
Do I
It's real
owe them
high.
that money for looking at the house?
I
Is
hope
that-
not, because it wasn't satisfying.
I don't know. I
all.
don't
$1 million
have that kind of money.
Made me
Just,
very
just look at a
sad.
house seems expensive.
Yeah.
Best not. I got best look at these naked folk.
Yeah.
What they doing?
And I noticed on the naked videos, people can comment and say stuff, but on bananas.com, no such line.
No one's commenting on banana.
I haven't been able to bring this up with anyone for obvious reasons, so why not broadcast it to thousands of people?
Okay.
Yes.
Crazy that Pornhub tries to log you into your Google account now.
Yeah.
That is
Yes.
crazy.
You know, the moment that pop-up came, I was like, Pornhub, this is
Come
ridiculous.
on. No
Come
way,
on now.
dude.
Why do they have a share function?
Yeah. All the share function, I think, is
To me,
gone.
is so funny.
Yeah, well, maybe
Okay.
if you are like friends with like-minded, like, is there a friendship
yeah.
group out there that has the relationship?
Well, I think here's the.
like because I know,
Yeah.
my assumption is that everybody's pornography tastes in this room are different. So if I found a video that appealed to me, and if I shared it with you, that's not
Yes.
like me being like, hey, you fellas might enjoy as well. I'm
That's me
revealing a
being
horrible
like,
thing
this
about
is what I.
myself.
Well, I think
Yeah.
also because we grew up in that weird tail end where you'd have to download a lot of the pornography.
True.
And so you'd have
Hang
those
on.
like LAN parties or whatever.
Yeah,
where
and you would
things would
share
be like,
porn.
you know, you'd
Well-
be sharing and you'd be getting a bunch of just
I can't-
everyone so much like variety. of
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
I
yeah.
cannot
Nowadays-
remember if this came up on a podcast or in our private lives,
Here
but
we
I'm
are.
bringing it up in a podcast
Hell
now
yeah.
anyway because
Yeah.
it doesn't involve me.
Yes,
Out of everyone in the room, Jackson was the only one who went to parties where they all jacked off together.
Yeah.
that's true.
So like that's share function.
That is share
Yeah.
function. That's true.
jack
That's
it
a
off
very
with your
good point.
friends.
Yeah. But it's
yeah.
sad because it's less the intimacy, you know?
Well, I
That
was
makes
wondering
it
if
significantly better.
the younger generation,
Yeah.
because again, maybe they have access to this a very earlier and easier than
Oh,
we
the younger
did.
generation
Oh,
have
brain
holes in
rot.
their brain.
Brain
Yeah.
rot. Completely and utterly.
They see pornography before they've even I don't
Yeah.
even know, learn to walk.
Yeah. Well, is that also maybe why, like, a lot of the, I think when it comes to, like, media, they're talking about, like, Gen Z want less, basically, nudity on screen. They just want more, like, conversations and intimacy,
Yeah.
but not necessarily fucking.
Yeah,
And you're like, I wonder if that's because, like, we know what that is.
I see fucking.
We see that.
I
Isn't
go on
that also
Instagram,
boring?
I'll see
Here's
fucking.
two things. One that I
Yes.
think will make you a little bit happier.
Yeah.
So because porn's so readily available and kids aren't stupid and
Yeah.
putting up any kind of roadblock doesn't
Yeah.
stop them.
Yeah.
That's why you get a lot of like teen porn being like high up. Because
Yeah.
it's teens watching it. Not,
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
look, there is also obviously creepy old men out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
like the barely legal stuff is a lot of people being like,
I am, say,
not
14.
legal.
Yeah.
I'm 14 and I don't want to watch someone who's 40.
Yeah, exactly.
so there's a
That's
little,
nice.
yeah. I mean, it's bad because 14-year-olds probably shouldn't be watching pornography.
that is
Correct.
true.
But
Didn't fuck up anyone in this room, did it?
No.
pornography directly led
How
to us.
many minutes in?
We haven't even gone full circle to answer the question that started this discussion. But I've
yeah.
still got the answer in my head.
Oh, that's important.
Anyway.
Yeah, so there's that. But then, fuck, what was the other point I was going to make? Fuck.
He can distract by his cock porn.
I was talking, okay, so there was like, there's two things with porn.
Yeah.
One's
Porn
gonna
fuck-
make
Oh,
Simon
right.
happy.
I
Yeah.
remember the other one. Apparently generations just like fluctuate. Like millennials were like, God, like, where the fuck is the sex?
Yeah.
Gen X were a little more prudish, but then generation before were like, free love, brother.
Yeah. I
Finger
think
your friends' assholes or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what Woodstock
Summer,
was all
yeah.
about.
I do wonder if, like, because it's weird to me that the parents of, say, the parents of Gen Z, that's millennials or late millennials.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Or is it more? Yeah, because I'm like, you grew up with computers. Surely
yeah.
you should understand how to, like,
Yeah,
stop.
but
No.
But I guess they didn't grow up with wretched internet.
Yeah, and they didn't grow up
Well,
necessarily.
we grew up with wretched internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, different wretched
Different
internet.
wretched-
Our wretched internet was someone would
yeah.
go, hey, check out Goatsy, and it would wreck your entire day at school. You'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
Well,
sitting
like,
in
let
maths
me
3
quickly,
hours later being like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck.
Hey,
hey, let's
guys,
go to-
did you go on Live Leak today?
yeah.
Oh, they
Oh.
killed Saddam
yeah.
Hussein on there. Oh, okay.
Okay, I've got
Hey,
geography.
cool.
I'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Want to go to rotten.com or
Yeah.
steakandcheese.com?
Yeah.
I do like a sandwich. Oh.
Mom
Hey,
and
is
Dad
that-
pick you up and they go, why are you so quiet?
I don't
You go,
know.
I can never tell you.
Yeah. Do you think
are
that
weird.
guy's okay?
No.
No.
So I remember that, like,
Yeah.
when the internet was around, my mum's kind of like having a chat about what could be out there.
Yeah.
online.
I remember the same thing, yeah.
But the thing is, for her wonderful, beautiful, innocent mind was the worst thing that could I could be.
You could
viewing.
speak to a strange
No,
man.
I would be watching lesbian pornography, and I'm like,
Could've
Could turn him on.
Yeah, you
mother.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I mean, I feel like
Catholics, man. That's the thing that scared him.
internet safety
Still
was
does.
like internet safety was like, don't go on the internet because you might meet an old man who will try and
Yeah.
scam you.
Yeah.
No, within 5 minutes I've seen 10 people die.
Yeah, no, I remember the same thing. My mom was like, I don't want you on the internet. And I was like, why? And she's like, what if you go in a chat room? You might chat to an
Mom,
old man.
you would be fucking blessed if I went on a chat room.
Yeah.
And
And then I remember
friends could save my life right now.
But because she was like, don't go to chat room, I did.
Yeah.
And it was boring as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
go
was
back to-
waiting for an old man to groom me and take me away. You know, I'm just looking at the watch.
Hello. I'm 13.
Just like
really prime groomer.
hanging out here, bored
Anybody?
as hell, you know?
Real
Come
poor,
on.
very susceptible.
Yeah, nothing, dude.
Nothing,
It's just people
man.
being like, "Oh, where are you from?" Like, you know, what are we doing here?
Oh, yeah,
I guess we
ASL?
were like the
ASL,
right.
dude.
We were exactly the right age for chat roulette, I guess.
Yeah, chat roulette was good.
Yeah.
I
Or
do
maybe-
miss the chat roulette times. Going to a party with a bunch of friends and just watching old men's dicks.
Yeah.
So I think I was a little bit too late for a chat room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
because
gonna say-
when that hit me, it was like, well, that came out. I was
Yeah.
like, ew, why?
Yeah.
Yeah, for us.
But then again, if
No,
I was like a teenager, and then like, because
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Let me correct
you
me if I'm
can
wrong.
you could see boobs and ass
Yeah,
on there.
I'm just
yeah.
wondering, like, was there a chance of seeing her titty?
Yeah.
Then,
Well,
then you are going to a
Because you
sea
are
of
like
dicks, right?
you're talking to you were talking to strangers, but also like you're a teenager using it. So
Yeah.
there is also you will just match with other
Oh
teenagers.
yeah,
and like
absolutely.
yeah, like yeah.
And for some
understand.
reason, most of the chat roulette parties I went to in high school, I was friends with like a lot of girls, and it would be if I went to a party that was mostly girls. For some reason, they're like, "Let's get it out and yell at the men with their dicks out."
Oh, that
That
rules.
was kind of what they did. So it was a lot of that.
yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
That is good.
But you were just being like,
yeah, like
that's an old man's
But that's
penis.
an old man's penis.
Nice.
Yeah.
But it's crazy
Not
because at the
good.
time, old man's penis, they were probably like 32.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's, I
Yeah.
mean, like, hey, meat spin was the same
Yeah.
thing, you know, lemon party.
Yeah.
Seeing old men fuck was part of growing up.
Yeah.
In a way.
Anyway, so I think that there's 3 types of
Yeah.
cock
Oh,
porn.
That's
yeah,
right,
okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Because I think that there's ones where it's like, I don't know, the husband or boyfriend or whatever is tied up in a chair kind of vibe.
Okay,
and he's
yeah.
like upset.
Very
about it.
reluctant.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't fuck my wife.
You never let me do that. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm a cunt.
Yeah. And then like her just talking about how much better this is or whatever.
Yeah.
Then there's other versions where it's basically like,
Like almost a threesome.
yeah, but they're just like the husband's just like jacking off.
Or like, yeah.
Sometimes I feel like that I've seen versions of that. Again, not usually my go-to.
Yeah.
Not my style, not my speed, man.
Sure, brother, sure.
That's fair.
Yeah, where it's like it's like a point of view thing.
Yeah.
So they're like the
Alright.
camera person. So they might get like sucked off for a tiny bit while it's happening. So it's like
Interesting.
it dabbles with
Yeah.
therasomes, but they're mostly just there to be like, yeah,
rail my wife.
fuck my wife.
I think there's also
And then there's the third
Yeah.
version, which is from like the bull perspective.
Oh,
which I think is rarer.
okay.
But then also I think there's a and I don't know if this is another version of cock porn or if this is just like a variant where it's not so much it's
Well, MCU reference?
yeah,
Variants?
variants,
Nice,
multiverse,
nice.
right?
Yeah, bring it
right,
back.
listeners?
Bring it back.
Deadpool,
Deadpool, bring it back.
Chimichangas.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah,
you're like, oh, I love Deadpool. This is what Deadpool thinks, like, wants to be able to talk about. Deadpool could never.
Deadpool could never.
Ryan Reynolds, oh, I'm brave because I say, ooh, Wolverine should suck me off. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly. This is the real getting sucked off by Wolverine. No, I think there's another version where it's like you're secretly giving in to like you have to suck off the bull, and it's more about the
okay.
bull and the cuck fucking.
Okay, but
Then-
using the wife as the
There's
intermediary.
a conduit to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
isn't this bad? I have to suck the bull off or
Yeah,
whatever.
right, in front of my wife.
You know,
after he's-
it's like
Yeah,
that
okay.
Isn't
classic.
that just cock porn?
bit of humiliation.
Again? Oh,
yeah, but it's
humiliation?
like
Yeah.
Well,
but it's also it's
also-
more like a genre of like it's not gay porn. You know what I mean? Where it's like oh this straight guy's never had sex with a man before.
Oh yeah, like how MMF
yeah.
porn.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mother,
there's, like,
motherfucker.
yeah, like a 2 guys, 1 girl threesome.
Yeah.
Most of the time, the guys won't interact.
Yeah.
But then there's other. Sorry.
Yeah.
There's one version where the guys are just like they're both just fucking.
They don't
each other.
interact except their penises touch in the middle.
Yeah, which is crazy.
And they come into each other's balls.
The penis is kissed.
Whoa.
She doesn't get a drop, dude. She doesn't get a
Dude, I
fucking
feel so
drop.
bad for her.
She's so cut. She's there being like, guys, what the hey?
What? Wait a second.
Where'd the cum go?
Where'd the cum
Where'd
go?
the cum- that's
And
why
the
I'm
two guys
here.
look at the camera. I'll never tell.
But my nuts sure are quenched. My nuts were thirsty.
Yeah.
I have to
Yes.
drink through my penis.
Yes,
Duh.
dude. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know how it works, dude.
But yeah, then there's also obviously
male, female, where it's like the
everyone's
two
just-
guys are
everyone's
also
just fucking and sucking. and,
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It's more of a free-for-all.
It's a rich tapestry.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
Pornography.
pornography out there.
So I do wonder why, James Marsden, I guess we look at him and be like, we want him as the sort of the first option, which is kind of like the don't do that. Yo,
Wolverine.
I'll tell you my theory on this.
Yeah.
Okay?
I have a theory too, so I'm interested to hear your theory.
My theory is that in the 90s and the 80s, we had heaps of James Marsdens. Because if you look at any romantic comedy,
Yeah.
the situation was like Sleepless in Seattle, what's the fucking, it's another Tom Hanks one. But anyway, it's like,
Big long list there.
super long.
it's like the classic thing of, she's in love with this guy and he's rich and he's nice or whatever, and he's handsome, but there's this other guy, and then in the end, that first guy gets cocked. And we used to have more, but those guys died out, and James Marsden is like a throwback to that kind of actor.
So you're saying it's kind of like, we had the regular schlub-looking guy.
Yeah.
And they were always kind of like, if you use a liar, I know it was in the 90s, but
Yeah.
it was more of the, was it 90s, 2000s, either way.
Yeah.
A liar, where it's kind of like you have, Jim Carrey versus Kerry Yules.
Yeah.
Where you're like, if you look at them, wow, Kerry Yules is more classic in that.
Exactly.
That
He's a
more
handsome man.
classically handsome,
Jim Carrey,
but we are
But
rooting
then
for Jim Carrey.
Jingle All the Way is the opposite. Arnie versus Phil Hartman, who wants to fuck his wife.
Yeah, but his wife never wants to fuck
Yeah,
Phil
that's-
Hartman. Yeah.
He's just really.
Well, Kerry Yules also does that thing in True Lies, where he's like a little weasel guy that wants to fuck Arnie's
Exactly.
wife.
We used to have
Not
hundreds,
fuck my wife.
There's a lot of weasel guys out there wanting to fuck Arnie's wife.
but we don't breed that kind of guy anymore,
Yeah.
dude.
Arnold Schwarzenegger punches a reindeer in the
It's
head.
one of the best movies ever
Punches
made.
it in the head and then drinks whiskey with it.
Yeah, dude.
Tell
It's
me you
really
wouldn't.
good.
Sinbad in Jingle All the Way
Yeah.
fakes a mail bomb
Yeah.
as
time,
cops.
dude.
But
Different time.
wait.
Different time.
Fakes a mail bomb.
9/11. Yeah.
And then later in the movie tries to do it again, but this time it turns out it's a real mail bomb, and he mail bombs the cops.
Yeah.
And blows up his hands.
Yes.
And then he's really upset because he's like, "We used to be in a fucking country. They're trying to blow up me, a postal worker."
Yeah, dude.
Fuck. It's a Christmas movie.
Well,
Jingle All the Way is fucked up, and
isn't
it's
it-
awesome.
Isn't it weird? Where does this come from? It probably comes from some tragedy, but that idea that like postal workers are seconds away from going insane.
Oh,
and-
going postal.
Yeah, going. Yeah.
Actually, I don't
I'm guessing
know.
someone did it at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then it became just
Or
like
is it
the
one of those,
stereotype for
like
postmen.
either it's like tragedy happened,
Yeah.
or generally did, or is it like when they do those things where it's like, these are the most unhappy job professions, or like the most
true, and it was, like, at
depressed.
the very
One of
bottom.
them is dentist. I
Yeah,
remember reading
no,
that.
because dentists at least, so like postal workers are making everyone else's problem. Dentists are just notorious for just killing themselves.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah.
Vets as well.
Yeah.
Well, vets, I get.
You got to keep putting down teeth.
Yeah.
Your job.
Sad.
Your job is basically
To a dentist, the tooth is like a dog.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I guess with a doctor, there is like you do deliver good news.
Yeah.
But I feel like vets, we do this weird thing where if the dog's going to be fine, we're just like, cool.
Yeah,
But then if they have to
absolutely.
kill
I think maybe also for a vet, yes, there are dogs that are
Yeah.
like, look, this, or like any other animal, you got to put it down because something happened to it. But there's also that thing of like, well, it's going to cost this much money to fix.
Yeah, very true.
What do you want to do? And they're like, oh, that's very expensive. How much
Yeah.
is to put him down though? And
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah. I guess cheaper.
I guess that is cheaper. I
Yeah.
guess that would, will
That
you
would
down
eat
a
at
bit.
you. It doesn't explain dentists, though.
But yeah, I don't understand.
Is it because of
dentists.
like
mouths are icky?
mouths are gross? Yeah,
And they're
stinky
like,
breath.
Eh.
Yeah,
Another
ugh.
mouth.
That's it.
Why?
I'm taking myself out.
Why?
Yeah.
So I found the origin of going postal, and you were right.
Yeah. Okay.
Between 1970 and 1997, more than 40 people were killed by then current or former employees, and at least 20 incidents of workplace rage from UPS workers.
what the fuck?
Yeah, it's just I guess a breeding ground for job unsatisfaction.
But
and rage.
that's so weird to me because you would imagine that as a profession nowadays it would be more like
Well, I know in the, like, again, we talk, I guess it's like the Americans.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
understand, from my understanding, like a lot of what they're trying to do with the UPS, at least currently,
Yeah.
is, defund it as much as possible.
Yeah.
So that makes it kind of crappy so that then, say, like Amazon or a private company can come in and kind of, buy it all
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
And they keep
Going
just-
Amazon. Going Zon.
going
so
on.
they keep really fucking with the UPS. And I
Yeah.
remember like ages back being like, this is how you could honestly do, like, it's like, hey, this is how you use the UPS as a government service.
Yeah,
because then
yeah.
It's like blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But then you have certain factions who are like smaller governments, i.e., and yet more interference. So they keep just cutting off at the knee. So I don't know what was happening in the 70s or the 80s.
Because that seems like it would be more likely to make me go crazy and kill a bunch of people.
I gave you those numbers where I said 40 from 1970 to 1997, but then I scrolled down and the first use of the phrase was the 17th of December 1993, and they say in that point 35 people since 1983. So 1983 to 1993. 35 of those 40 people were killed. So that's way more.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, I was thinking, is it
condensed.
to do with like when Reagan came in and he was doing a bunch
could
of...
be.
It's also
Did he got the UPS or try to? I'm
also
not
it's
sure.
going postal specifically refers to like shooting up your workplace.
Oh, okay.
So like postal workers weren't like being like knock knock, got a package.
The package is my gun. Yeah.
That were being like
I have to kill the other
postman.
postman.
Yeah.
Postman on postman violence. That's sad.
Also, the James Marsden theory I have is that leading men in Hollywood around the time that all this is happening were obviously very handsome, and James Marsden's handsome, but he's not interesting enough.
Yeah, okay.
So he's just like an easy character. It's believable to cast him in a role where
someone
a weirder-looking
wife.
guy comes in and steals the girl because he's
I see what you're saying. He's
boring.
not. Yeah, he's not interesting handsome. He's just handsome. He's
You
classically
look at him and you're like,
handsome.
yeah, I guess.
Comparing to like,
a dime
I
a
think
dozen.
Yeah.
visually, a good comparison is probably Hugh Grant.
Yeah, okay.
Where Hugh Grant has heaps of charisma and fucking.
Oh no! I mean, yeah, visually, but like Hugh Grant, Hugh Grant has all that charisma. James Marsden has none.
Yes,
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
but also like, I just mean like as in like
Visually.
aesthetic, like visually they're aesthetic.
Because Hugh Grant is also the kind of guy
kind of longer,
in
hair.
fucking Bridget Jones's Diary. It happens to him.
Yeah,
With
Colin
ends up
Firth.
with Colin Firth.
Yeah,
And then Hugh Grant goes on American talk show and he's like, yeah, I fuck sex workers. And they're like,
my life's awesome.
Yeah, and everyone's like, that's really sad. He's like, no, it's not.
I really like Hugh Grant.
And then when they
I got a lot
hacked
of time
phones,
for
he
him.
was like, you're all pieces of shit. What's wrong with this country?
Yeah, dude.
He's a lunatic, but in a good way.
Yeah.
I would say it's more when you look at it visually. I think James Marsden's more like maybe a young Colin Firth.
Yeah.
In that regard, because again, he's a bit more broader. I think.
But Colin Firth is the one who cucks.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but then it's like, well, Colin Firth though. Again, he's a lot more charismatic.
Yeah.
He's just got like a bit more of a presence. Whereas, I guess James Marsden's a bit of like he's handsome, sure, but that's kind of it.
Yeah. Like if I try and think of like standout James Marsden roles.
He's just kind of
Where I'm
also there.
Yeah, I'm like, well,
right?
he's done something really, which is really funny because, like, for some reason, the one I keep thinking of is him in Westworld.
Yeah, same.
Where in season 2, he gets, like, effectively lobotomized and turned into, like, a murder machine. And he nails that, but that's because he's not doing anything.
Apparently, he was very, very good in that one where he's like himself, but in a juror situation, and it's like a hidden
people
camera
really
type
love that
thing.
show. Yeah.
But again, and
Yeah.
like, and even in was it in Hairspray?
Yeah.
Where he's again like
Who is he
he's
in
just
Hairspray?
there. He's one of the hosts
Wow, there you go.
See?
There you go, dude.
of the
like TV show,
kind of stuff.
yeah.
He's the one that he's the one that gives people opportunities and that kind of stuff. But it's like
I do not remember him. But he's kind of perfect for that role because he's just like he's
He
like a
is
charismatic
handsome.
piece of cardboard.
That's-
I mean,
yeah.
a handsome piece of cardboard.
yeah.
Damn, dude. Poor James. Well, was he good as? And it feels like sacrilegious to bring it back to the topic at hand.
Yes.
But was he good as Cyclops?
Not really.
I mean,
I
it made
kind
me
of-
hate Cyclops as a
I
character.
don't really remember the
Yeah.
X-Men movies.
So he was basically just all he kind of was a bit arrogant and a bit shitty. Didn't show any kind of the things that you make that makes the Cyclops in the comics like a person you're like, hell yeah, I love that guy. He's great.
Yeah.
If you look at like X-Men and like the X-Men animated series '97, like they really kind of put Cyclops front and center.
Yeah,
and like
okay.
Cyclops is he's got his foibles. He's a very complex character, and there's like really cool things you can play with, and you can kind of like go, wait, why did you do this? Why did you do this? Why did you do this? And it's really that kind of like there's a lot there to go with.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
movie
film
just
just
kind of
just made
Well,
him as
'cause-
like a tiny little obstacle for Wolverine, to
yeah.
get over, and they made him a little bit more possessive than he is in the
He
comics.
came across more like he in those X-Men movies feels like he's acting in like a young adult film.
Yeah.
Like he's very like
drama.
Everything I see is red.
Yeah.
Fuck my red life.
My red life, dude.
Yeah, dude. Fuck it. Everything's so red and it sucks.
Yeah, dude. I
Dude.
wish I could see what the different colors are like.
But instead, I live a
Everything's
red,
fucking red,
a
dude.
red hell. Fuck my red life.
But okay, yeah. So in the first one, he's very much doesn't really play a huge part of it. He's just there as an obstacle Wolverine. The second one, he gets captured pretty quickly along with Professor X, and so again doesn't really play a nothing role. And the third one, he disappears. And
He gets killed straight off the bat.
Straight off the bat.
So he
almost,
can go
to go
be
and
in
be
Superman's.
Right.
Where he gets caught.
I believe so. Isn't he Lois Lane's husband?
Yeah.
Sure is.
He's also
Raising Superman's baby.
Here's another role people often forget that he's in. So, The Notebook, how it's obviously famously Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
and,
Wow.
Rachel McAdams.
Forgot he was there.
Yeah, me too.
Rachel McAdams isn't with Ryan Gosling for most of the film because she's dating
That's crazy.
James Marsden
Yeah.
in it.
So in my head, I'm like, Ryan Gosling. He climbed up a Ferris wheel.
Yes. So,
she
that's
there to have a chat with her, and she's next to.
Not
She's sitting
James
next
Marsden
to
at
just
that
sort of.
point.
Well,
No.
but
fucking have no
anytime
clue.
I imagine her with clearly the man who's not Ryan Gosling, it's just static.
Yeah.
So at that point, when Ryan Gosling climbs on the Ferris wheel, that's her and her friend, both.
Okay. So it was good not to
that's
have
at the
James Marsden.
yeah. You would have been misremembering even worse. If
So
you
that's
put him in
like
that scene.
towards the start of the movie.
Yeah.
And that's like then they go on their first date, then they part ways and then reconcile again.
Yeah.
And in that middle period, it's the James Marsden.
He builds her a boat or a ramp or a house.
That I can't remember.
I remember kind of liking The Notebook when I
Notebook's
watched
good.
it. I think I had a good
It's
time.
like the internet.
Yeah, I know. It
like,
became a punchline, but like I think it was nice.
It's just like a really
I like
it is
it's
very melodramatic romance film. But if you just like roll with it,
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
it's like a classic 3.5 out of 5 movie.
Yeah, great.
With some really good performances. So if you were to drop a 4 on it,
That's hey, that's fine.
it's sad. It's sad. I'll
It's
say
sad.
it.
It's a sad. We got a sad ending. I remember the ending.
Yeah,
Sure
dude.
does.
There's 2 sad moments in it.
Yeah.
So getting back to Cyclops, so Marsden, I don't think he did a really good performance, as it were. I mean, he was just basically just a guy who was there, who was vaguely handsome, and didn't really
His
add much.
world was red.
Yeah.
Well, his red.
Fuck his red light.
In the
But then his girlfriend was red. Thoughts?
What do you mean?
Jean
red
Grey
hair.
when she becomes dark.
She's got red hair.
Well, and
she just generally has red hair.
yeah.
He does like redheads, but then he also likes Emma Frost, who is blonde. But to
But to
him,
him,
But to
a red.
all heads are red to top
Well, maybe,
Cyclops.
But
But
unless
again-
maybe is the red tinge not enough
That's
to
what I
see
mean.
through
Yeah,
brunette
okay.
hair, and it
so
still
if,
comes across like
someone's
darker.
brunette or like like a sort of more of a ravenous kind of a hair
Yeah.
color, he's just like, oh, that's not red.
Yeah.
But a
okay.
redhead and a blonde, well, they're redheads.
They're both redheads to
And that's what he
Cyclops.
loved. But
That's
also
very
he likes
interesting.
telepaths.
Yeah.
Because they could read his
Also
red
always has an
mind.
affair with Betsy. Interesting. Anyway.
Who's Betsy?
Betsy Braddock.
Is she a redhead?
No.
Oh.
She's Psylocke, but when she's in the possession of
Hey, this is your domain.
I
not
know.
ours.
did
That's
this,
why
though.
I got
Yeah.
so sad.
You did this.
It's good. It's my favorite game.
I know.
Throw
So
out
Betsy-
a character. I'm like,
So,
never heard of them. Who's that?
So
Oh,
Betsy
they got a fucked
Braddock
up bad.
is
Who's
this-
Betsy the cow?
Betsy the cow.
Isn't that Bat Cow?
Yeah.
I think that's Batman's cow.
Yeah, Betsy Braddock, she's a British superhero, or she's a mutant, but she's the brother of Brian Braddock, who is Captain Britain, although Betsy has become kind of Captain Britain more recently.
Yep.
Anyway, back in the 90s, it was her and Revanche, or Quanon, they switched bodies, and so she was like, she was British, and now she's Asian.
Whoa.
And then I think Revanche dies in Betsy Braddock's original body from the legacy virus, and so then she's just chilling out as like a Asian soul, a ninja with like not wearing much, legs up to here.
Revenge
Yeah.
is a cool name.
Betsy the cow's from Charlotte's Web.
Okay.
Anyway, because of the Krakoa, they're back in. What doesn't matter.
This would be my thinking for redesigning Cyclops. I think I'm going to take the absolute Batman approach.
Yes.
Make him poor and huge.
Huge and poor, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And then the visor, I guess, is really wide and takes up his whole face.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
Like
I
a
give him
mask?
maybe I give him have you seen how absolute Catwoman looks in the absolute Batman
I
comics?
will say that the only thing I've ever heard people talk about with Absolute Catwoman is her huge cans. So,
I wasn't even thinking about that.
well, no, but that's like, I haven't even seen
Yeah.
a photo. That's all
I'm an ally.
No, you just hate tits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say
What does she look like?
Yeah,
She's
what
got
does
a
she look
big,
like?
sort of like a fishbowl
Oh, yeah.
for a head, with like little cat ears. Yeah.
Like Mysterio, but with cat
Yeah,
ears?
pretty much.
Time to Google
Yeah,
Absolute Catwoman.
Yeah, 'cause,
Yeah.
like, I've seen the picture, but that is also throwing me off. So the reason, like, again, I love that we are so, like, almost like half an hour into it.
Yeah.
Because recently, the Marvel Comics is like, we really got to push Cyclops to be as popular as Wolverine, and they're giving Cyclops like kind of a solo series.
Okay.
Which I think is a mistake.
Yeah, I agree.
But then again, they're like, no, we want to push Cyclops to the forefront, and we want to make him as very popular as Wolverine, which is, I'm like, look, good luck.
Yeah, I don't think it's
care
gonna
for Wolverine. I think Wolverine is he's the guy who's like, 32-year-old on like chat roulette showing teens his winky.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah,
he
yeah.
shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Well, it also was
Wolverine's
just like
fuck
how
off.
many years. Fucking when I was a teenager, people were like, "Wolverine's the fucking guy."
Well, this is a
dude."
weird thing because you think about back before the MCU, the big three, it was Wolverine, Spidey, and Hulk.
Yeah.
Those are your big three
Yeah.
in terms of the most popular Marvel
characters. Yeah.
Now, because of the MCU, you also now have Iron Man and Captain America in that mix, and I think Hulk is definitely
Hulk is
fallen
down the
that.
fucking bottom, dude.
You say Hulk, they go, huh?
Whom?
And I think you'd
I know
have
Thanos.
you'd have
that what
Iron
you
Man,
mean?
Captain America, and probably Wolverine still.
Yeah.
Like I want to say maybe Thor, but I don't think so.
No.
I think-
Wolverine is like, I feel like if
Spidey.
it wasn't
Yeah.
for Deadpool and Wolverine, we would be having this conversation. I'd be like, no, Wolverine fell off. But I reckon that saved him.
Yeah, I think there was
Yeah.
a chance that he was fading. Everybody had kind of accepted.
Yeah, because I was gonna say Spider-Man is still going to be in there.
Yeah,
and
of
then
course.
you have Captain America and Iron Man, and then one of them needs to get bumped for Wolvie. Don't know who you would bump.
Yeah, I guess it depends on when. Probably now, I guess Wolverine would. But it's also like, I don't know. It's a tricky question.
Anyway.
Yeah, because part of it is like who sticks in people's minds.
So I guess
Yeah.
So you're looking at redesigning Cyclops, making him like a big kind of almost Bane-esque
Huge
character.
Yeah.
And poor.
Huge and
Okay.
poor.
With a dome head.
I don't know if I'm stupid for missing this out, but just speaking of the Absolute Universe, you know, the whole thing was that they're just taking one thing away from.
Yeah, it's because Darkseid made it.
Yeah. But
Because in the DCU, little DCU corner, the way that world works, you know, people say the arc of history tends toward, I forget the end of the quote, but in the DCU, the arc of history tends toward justice because it's the Justice League or whatever. So the good guys are always in their favor. But Darkseid, he gets fucking reality controlling powers, and maybe it's not even the main. Well, it's not as absolute as a fuck you.
The arc of history bends towards justice, I think, is the quote.
Oh well, hey, there you go. He's made.
I don't know if that's true, by the way, quote.
No, I don't think so at all.
I think
the arc of history tends toward horrific tragedy.
I think we live in
and
this
cruelty.
We live in a fuck-ass world that's rotten to its core and is only getting worse.
100%. No, but so Darkseid has made a world where instead of tending towards justice, it tends towards doom.
Yeah.
So that's why it's a world where, and there's I think it's called Absolute. Basically, the Justice League in this universe are the bad guys.
Yeah.
And possibly Lex Luthor or maybe the Joker is like, hey, we've done science and we found out this universe is in our favor. So
Joker, yeah.
Joker, he's like we found the evil particle, and that's a fundamental building block of our world.
Yeah.
So it's even harder for all of the absolute characters because the world is rotten. So
It bends
which
towards
is-
the evil.
Yeah, but
which
then
is
like
cool as hell.
when they're doing the origins, it means that those heroes have started on the back foot. So
Yeah.
Batman doesn't have any money.
Yeah.
But his mom's still alive. So
Yeah.
his parents.
I think his parents are both still. Oh no, his mom's still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's friends with all of his villains.
Yeah,
But
and
Bane
Bane
keeps
keeps
turning them
fucking
into
him up,
Monster
man.
Man.
Yeah.
Bane,
Yeah.
I think Bane's injected him with the venom.
Yeah.
Not good. Not good for old Brucey.
Poison Ivy is just trees. I'm pretty sure.
And Superman.
I don't know what Superman. I know Wonder Woman is raised in hell. Which
Yeah,
is
she
pretty awesome.
loses the Amazonians.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Superman is young and has a cape that talks to him, or maybe a computer that talks to him. He just has a cape also.
Did Krypton-
I have not really read.
Oh,
not
you know
read that
what?
one,
Is
yeah.
he not raised by the Kents?
Yeah, maybe.
Like, I don't think he's got Smallville.
Yeah, okay.
I think he's a lot younger.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Absolute Superman, it can come from me in the comments.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure his thing is he's not from,
Not
like,
from
he doesn't
Smallville.
have.
He doesn't
the
have
Small-
all of
Or he
that.
might still be from Smallville, but
He doesn't have the Kents
the
like.
Kents didn't find him in a field.
Yeah,
Or maybe
yeah.
they died. I don't know. They picked him up and the baby was too hot and they caught fire and
They're like,
died.
no, thank you. And now he's being like talked to by a computer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Anyway,
Green Lantern town has a big Green Lantern.
I think the
fort
rest
on it.
of them people, other than Absolute Martian Manhunter, people are like, There's some stupid thing with the Flash.
Yeah.
Or some shit.
Flash doesn't have
Yeah.
have speed for
He keeps, I think he got like zapped because he keeps going like, oh, like a little scientist thing. Oh, what's this? And it's like, oh, it's the Omega beams from old Darkseid and maybe the green. Like what's the yellow lantern or the orange lantern?
Sinestro.
Or the orange one?
Oh, Lawfleys.
Yeah.
I love
maybe
Lawfleys,
something to
dude.
do with that.
Lovelyz would be one of my top 3 characters in DC Comics. He's
Like
the Envy Lantern or something, the Greed Lantern.
Yeah.
And he's just got all the green,
mine.
all of the orange
Love that
lanterns
guy.
are his. That's funny
I
as
feel
fuck.
like the absolute stuff is, I'm like, it looks cool, very interesting. I've read a couple things here and there, but I almost want that to be like done for a bit.
Yeah.
And I want to get like, the big trades or like read them all
Absolutely.
in one kind of go because I'm like, it seems that it's all going towards something.
Yeah,
I was
absolutely
really
is.
excited because everything was just announced as a 6-issue run at first. And I was like, awesome. I can read these 5 or 6 stories.
No.
Then Batman was like issue 7 and I was
Yeah.
like, fuck.
I think it's absolutely going to have this thing where it becomes extremely, because Absolute Batman is very popular.
Yeah.
That it probably becomes too popular, and
Yeah.
DC Comics are like, is this the main Batman
Oh,
now?
no,
then
but that's awesome.
Fuck their own
We
ass.
fuck
Yeah.
it? Yes.
I mean, who cares? But also,
Yeah, but it just means that my issue with like that happening is not that I'm like, oh, continuity.
Oh, no,
blah, blah,
no,
blah.
no.
It's just
it will
every single
inevitably
time wrecks the story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like if fucking
Yes.
I don't know like if the Vision like not a man born a monster. What's that fucking Tom King Vision book called?
Yes.
The one where he loves the merchant of the fucking Vision Merchant of Venice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one where Vision has a wife and fam.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that then like they were like, fuck, this is so good. Issue 13, he's joining the fucking Avengers.
Yeah,
I'd
exactly.
be like, what?
Oh, you've wrecked it.
It's I guess even the MCU.
Every
is
rose
finding
has
it.
its thorns.
Every
You're
rose
right.
has its
True, beautiful.
thorns. Every time they reinvent the universe or reboot it, and they're like, "This is really cool," and
Yeah.
then they just figure we can just keep this going.
Yeah.
and then they inevitably is like, "What if we do Ultimatum,
Yeah.
where a big wave come in and drown New York?" Magneto caused it.
Yeah.
and what if we have the Blob eat the Wasp, and then Giant Man go big and eat the Blob?
That does sound fucking cool.
Yeah, dude. Of course, it sounds good to you. Guys are eating other guys.
Yeah.
That is
They're
my
changing
thing.
their size to eat something they shouldn't eat. That's Jackson Bailey coded as fuck.
What if we kind of implied that Wolverine was actually the father of Pietro
The father?
and Wanda Maximoff? And then Wanda
Who's he
Maximoff and Pietro were
He
fucking.
farts cum?
Yeah,
Thoughts?
dude. Yeah, dude. They were fucking in the
I like
forest.
it.
Wolverine is watching. He doesn't leave though.
Okay.
And we say that they were fucking, and then everyone's like, "That's cool." And then
Yeah.
Captain America's like, "That's bad."
Yeah.
And then like maybe the Wasp or someone is like, "That's because of your old timey sensibilities."
In a way-
you creep.
In a way, I do love the Marvel Comics for being like, I think incest, I think it's going to be chill. In the next decade,
Yeah.
we're going to be okay with
Yeah.
it. They backed the wrong horse on that one. I'm
Well,
afraid.
I mean,
Should've gone with
as-
Step- yeah.
If there was
Yeah.
step siblings.
They're like, why can Game of Thrones do it?
It is
Yeah.
funny going back to stepmom porn.
Yes.
Yeah.
That Step's doing a lot of work.
That is.
Yeah.
That is.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
you know that Step is just there.
There's something that's happened in some countries.
Yeah.
Because occasionally you'll get a video where like one of the characters will be like, oh, you're my step
yeah.
sister or
whatever.
whatever. But they'll silence, not the step, the whole thing. So it's
Oh.
clearly like, oh, that was not enough of a legal loophole.
That's
that's
very
so
funny.
so it'd be
dude.
like, oh, you're my,
Mama.
yeah.
yeah.
Or it's just silent. But it would be like, oh, no, stepsister. Instead, it's like, oh, no.
That's very funny. What's that do?
I don't know. I
It's
don't know.
just semantics.
I don't know if
at
it's
this
just
point,
like,
you know.
I feel like it might be like England. Or
Yeah, well,
something
England
like
does
that.
have their draconian pornography laws.
I think that might also be why Google is like sign in to the Pornhub.
Yeah.
It's because of all the whole like got to be 18 plus now.
I think they just
go
want to
certain
email me
things.
cool new vids.
I reckon.
Yeah,
Sign
yeah.
up to the mail, like the
Yeah.
mailing list.
Anyway, okay.
Anyway,
well, let's get rid of
Oh, yeah.
one thing from
And
Cyclops'
also, if you're this
backstory.
deep in the episode and you're like, wow, this is a red hot one, why not head to the Plumbing Pod Instagram and see what our beautiful editors have decided is clip worthy? Because we've played the ultimate trick here accidentally, where we've gone to one half which is unlistenable, horrible pornography talk, and then one half that is like deep comic lore where we reveal we know what we're talking about. And if you see a clip, it's probably going to be from that second part.
And if you see one from one, you will not believe the other.
But also, if people are like, oh, this is my first time interacting with it, they're talking about comic book characters, are like, press play on the episode.
2 minutes in, you say.
Have I been pranked? Have I picked the wrong episode?
Oh, clearly it's a different. They must have mistitled.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no. I'll click on any other episode ever. Oh, it's the same.
Yeah. 600 episodes of this.
Okay. Really
And this
cool.
is popular.
And this is beloved the world over.
I've got on the internet.
Say.
No one's talking about it, so I don't believe how it could be that popular.
No, I don't.
But they've done sold-out live shows in a country they don't live in.
They have some kind of baffling success. It's Stockholm
Do they,
syndrome.
do they sell tickets to apes at the zoo?
Yes.
They scam. It's got to be.
They're scamming
It's
us.
gotta be a
We
scam.
performed
This
to
is a rug
FD.
pull somehow.
Somehow.
You invested, we don't. A rug pull in that we sell tickets to a live show we never go to. Funny. People at the King's Place being like, and they're going to come out any second
Any
now.
moment.
We're at home in Australia.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah.
Got him good.
The greatest rug pull ever.
Yeah.
So you want huge Cyclops.
Yeah.
And you kind of like just his head in a
Head is a
fishbowl.
sphere full. It's like a red ball.
Oh, nice.
And it's
Sure.
like maybe.
There's these optic beams,
Shoot.
optic
So
glass
this is the
shooting
thing.
all
This
directions.
this is the difference in his childhood. Okay, he was bad.
Okay.
So him and his brother, they're pushed out of a plane.
Yeah.
Because the plane's about to crash.
And Cyclops falls
And
direct. Scott Summers falls
instead of hitting
directly on his head.
fucking his like eyes or whatever.
Yeah.
He
The
Lands on his
propeller.
neck.
Yeah.
Okay.
The plane is higher in the sky,
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
when he lands, it crushes him up to his neck. But his mutant power keeps him alive.
Oh, yeah.
But the doctors have to get on the airport doctors have to get on the scene. Toot sweet. They
Okay.
chop his head off at the stem. They put a ball
How
on.
about look again?
Yeah.
Because this is also part of Mr. Sinister gets there quicker.
Great.
And he's like, oh no, his head is completely fucked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some.
Thank God I have this ball.
Yeah. Thank God I have my Mr. Sinister powers.
Yeah, exactly. And then he puts the ball on top of Cyclops' head.
Yeah.
And Cyclops is, I guess he can't talk.
Yeah.
Because he's just optic blast. And he can't use his power because to take off the ball would kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to also quickly, this episode, whilst the energy is already crazy, on top of us having like doing this good podcast,
Yeah.
I just heard the doorbell ring and
Yeah.
Zamet's now checking his phone to see what's
Hey,
going on with that.
yeah.
Fine,
But I
fine.
also got a call from a booking venue trying to book the podcast. It's just like the idea that we're all trying to do admin whilst being like, so cock porn, farting cum, awesome.
What the heck?
There's a lot going on
It's
today.
a busy app, okay? There's a
Dogs
lot.
I reckon a lost dog's probably about to come in. We're going to be like trying to call the owner. Whilst
I
being
got the
like,
number on the caller and they're
yeah,
saying,
like, I
that's
know
not my dog. I'm saying, I've
what
got the
if-
fucking number here,
Have I
man.
ever told you about the lost dog I found? Which goes to show just how little I'm paying attention
Yeah,
at any time. So I get this, I'm driving home,
Yeah.
and then there's like a dog is loose running around, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, I'm the next car. I kind of got to
You
be
gotta
almost
get the
responsible
dog.
here. So I'm slowing down. There's a pedestrian there as well. He's kind of chasing the dog as well.
Yeah.
He's like, he stops, so we both stop it. We're like, oh, what do we do? He's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not that, like, I can kind of go around here, but it's a big-ish kind of place. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's like a semi-main road. I'm
Yeah.
like, whatever, dog. Come with me.
Hell
We'll figure this
yeah.
out later. Maybe
Dog
I'll
in the
call up
car.
a vet. It's like the weekend. Then
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
can like scan a chip or whatever. So I did that. I take a photo of the dog and I send it to my beautiful wife and then some of like and some of my neighbors because they have a dog. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what do I do?
Who's
kind
this
of
dog?
stuff. And as we keep going, they're like being like, did you call the number? And I'm like, what number? I've called the vet. This kept going for so long. They had to call me and scream at me and be like, the number that is clearly visible on the collar.
Have you ever seen a dog before in your life?
And I'm like, what do you? Oh.
You're, like,
They had the collar stitched into, so the number stitched into the collar, but it was different. It was odd
you were looking
colours.
for a dangling
I
necklace.
was looking
okay,
for a
fair
dangling
enough.
necklace, but man, they were so mad at me, and rightfully so.
But then were the owners happy to hear you had their dog?
They were.
So then
that's
it canceled each other out.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
Neutral. Net zero, Joel Zammit.
I just checked. So the call I missed, they left a voice memo, and then I just saw that I got an email about it, and they seem very panicked about what I want to do at the venue, which is also
Okay.
funny funny. I've frightened them.
Yeah, dude, that's really
Nice.
good.
We've done years of live podcasts. So like, hey, I want to do this, and like, hey,
They're like,
here's
what does
15
that
quid.
mean?
I don't know what do you need? Do you need
What,
like
what could that possibly
I just
entail?
like-
what's your rider?
The only reason I'm talking about this is because like I feel like people listen to this show and they're like, ha ha ha,
Yeah.
amping it up. No, we're out there just like in our normal lives for some reason causing chaos.
Yeah,
just from
exactly.
just living.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
are
trying to do an
buffoons.
easy thing, fill in a form to book a venue. No,
You said the mad.
Oh, they're now mad at us and angry.
trying to
Charge us
call,
double.
trying to call me at like 11:15 on a Tuesday. I'm obviously working.
Yeah, I'm in the
Yeah.
middle of a cock porn podcast, okay?
Well, we're trying to-
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Where, yeah, the podcast I tried to and obviously badly explained in the form you made me fill in.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So,
So-
they beheaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, they beheaded Cyclops and they made him all optic blast at his neck.
Yep.
And maybe he can take the helmet off briefly without dying and do like an optic bomb.
Oh, yeah.
I guess he's got to do something now. I visually redesigned
That's
him.
okay.
Yeah.
You visually designed him. You've now made him like kind of not being able to talk.
Yeah.
Maybe okay. So
He feels
I
like he's gonna
guess-
have Ghost Rider vibes to me now for some reason. Is
Well, he does have a
although
motorbike,
Does
yeah.
Ghost Rider, is he lippy? I've never read Ghost
Well,
Rider.
again, Cosmic Ghost Rider is lippy.
Yeah.
but I think
But Cosmic Ghost Rider is Frank Castle.
correct.
Yeah. So,
that-
Honestly,
and, like,
shouldn't have
that's a bit-
become. He shouldn't have put on that
No,
skull.
no,
dude.
He shouldn't have put on that file.
I think Ghost Rider is more the kind of guy who goes, I'm Ghost Rider, you're fuck you.
Yeah, I
You know
think
what
Ghost Rider is a bit more serious,
Yeah.
but then I think you get the more younger Ghost Rider a bit more quippy.
Car Ghost Rider, I
Yeah.
think maybe.
The
is
only
quippy.
stuff I know about Ghost Rider I learnt in the song Ghost Rider by the band Suicide, which doesn't really explain much. The lyrics are Ghost Rider, motorcycle hero.
Well, that's, I mean, at a base level, that's
Yeah.
accurate,
It's
you
like
know.
a penance steering.
What about Johnny Cash's Ghost Riders in the Storm? Does that help us?
You mean the Doors? You fucking
My
idiot.
fucking
And it's Riders on the Storm.
bread life, dude.
Dude, you're going to drop music references? To me, a
Yeah.
man that doesn't have the thing that it sounds like I got?
Yeah. He definitely does it. Anyway, so, well, with no head Cyclops, I want to say you want to give like, so when he gets beheaded or whatever, maybe he has like the punch dimensions in his head or whatever.
Yeah.
Could like have come through a little bit, so he has the semblance of a face
Sure,
or
yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
and he has to be encased. And this way, like maybe the reason why he likes telepaths.
Yeah.
Is that like he
can
can't really talk. But
Yeah,
they can read his
they can
mind.
communicate to him.
And so that's a way of communicating. So
And maybe he's got a little telepathic
Mm-hmm.
monkey
Okay.
that he talks through. Or he talks to as like a sidekick. Okay. And we
So, all right, we given why? All right, so
And
he's
his name's-
season 1 Rossing. Okay,
and his name's
Okay.
Ball Clops because he's got a ball for a head.
Okay, I feel
And
like
the
that-
comic is called
Okay.
Ball Clops and Monkey.
all right,
Yeah.
okay. I
think you saved him and then fucked him in ways that
Yeah.
are unimaginable. I think, look, my fix for Cyclops, because a lot of his problems come from like he reeks of teen angst, even though he's like a 20 to 30-year-old man.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just age him up. I know pretty much what I'm about to do is just make Cable again.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
what
yeah.
if Cable was Cyclops?
Okay.
And I know that they're related and
So age him up like what? So he's like 50?
or like 45, 50.
Yeah.
Look, either make him and hey, you know what? And then make him asexual.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay.
Asexual 45-year-old Cyclops so he avoids any romantic stuff.
Yeah. He just cares about the X Mansion.
Or maybe he could be aromantic.
Yeah,
Wait,
okay.
Yeah, because
Arom-
aromantic fucks but doesn't date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's fucking?
Yeah, I mean, maybe aromantic just to give it even more like 90s edge.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
okay,
awesome.
Sorry.
Dude. So he's like, he fucks him and Jean Grey fuck down.
Or
And then Wolverine fucks Jean Grey and he's like, I don't give a shit.
no, well, maybe no.
so in like the more not the more recent, the one before.
Yeah.
but there was basically like they were a throuple.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
I
I
see.
want to avoid all of that. I just think that he like you can have him have sex,
Yeah.
but even maybe not even with Jean Grey. Like, as
Okay.
in, like he's just out doing his own thing. Because Cyclops in the comics is like kind of a root rat sort of, but in
He's
a
a bit of a
sad,
horn dog.
Yeah.
but in a sad way.
Not really. Like
Okay.
again, it depends which area you read and kind of stuff like that. Where I'm like, I think he was much better with Emma Frost.
Yeah.
I mean, they famously fucked on Jean Grey's grave, right?
Yeah.
No.
Or was that the?
He fucked someone on Jean Grey's grave.
I think they kissed on. Not right. That was a Morrison run. They made out in front of Jean Grey's grave, but that's because Jean Grey from the dead wanted them to do that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cock
dude.
porn.
Cock porn again.
Comes back.
That's beautiful, dude. Why don't we just make him a cuck?
Well, that's not making him. Is that making him cool?
Yeah, who are we trying to make him cool to?
Yeah.
The cock community would love it.
Yeah.
They don't have
Finally,
a They
finally.
don't have a guy.
They don't
They
have a
don't
guy.
have a guy.
They don't have a guy.
Okay, he could be their guy.
Kick us.
Kind of their guy.
Oh
Yeah, he gets cocked.
Yeah.
But that's because he lies and lives a wretched life in a wretched comic book written by a wretched man.
Yeah. But there's no like iconic cucked guy
you wanna
for
make-
the cucks.
No.
For the cocks.
You know.
So yeah, 'cause I was thinking you kind of just lean into his when he goes down the kind of like the revolutionary leader kind of path, which what he was doing with I guess the Bendis run.
Yeah.
And where everyone was like, so like the Marvel editors were basically like, we need to make him a loathed individual.
Yeah.
He's got to be the enemy, and so they did this. But then everyone was like, no, we like
this.
that. No,
Yeah,
he should
okay.
be that. No, yeah, no,
Okay.
do more of this.
Is that after
After the
'Cause I've
schism,
read
yes.
a part of X-Men and I feel like it's after might be just after Days of Future Past. Or maybe
Days of Past, like the old one. This is more recently. So
Yeah,
this
no,
is,
I'm talking about I feel like it was either an 80s or really early 90s run where
Yes.
Cyclops quits the X-Men because he's just like, fuck Professor X's shit. Because Professor
Yeah.
X had just faked. Maybe it's like God kill. Anyway, Professor X had faked being dead for a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He was
So
just like,
he
funny
fucks off
gags.
to Alaska because Jean Grey dies or perceives to have died, and then he finds and falls in love with Madeline Pryor. But then Jean Grey comes back from the dead and he fucks off and leaves his Madeline Pryor. And
That's why, you know what? Maybe the only fix here is just a romantic Cyclops because he's
Fallen in love.
Fucking bleeding heart Cyclops
Yeah.
is a thing that always seems to make him
It's
annoying.
more just like the being in love with Jean. I think that's the only thing that kind of fucked him over there.
Yeah.
And I think it's like if you're gonna make little fixes back to his his history, is you don't make Madeline Pryor a clone of Jean Grey.
No, that's
that's
stupid.
Make
Get
her a
rid of that one.
stepsister.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or his stepmom.
Where's that mom?
But no, you have like someone who is just maybe they can be a redhead if you want, but like you don't make it Jean Grey.
Yeah.
And yeah, look, hey, abandoning his wife and newborn to go back with his ex, who's like resurrected from the dead. Like there's like interesting shit you can play with there.
Yeah.
But they didn't really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would just kind of like lean into that, being the revolutionary, being like more of that leader, tactician kind of stuff. He doesn't need a solo book. I think. Yeah, he just needs to be a reason why he is leading the X-Men.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, you lean into that and you make him, like how he is Cable's father there. You're like, well, this is a reason why he is, like Cable is the way he is because his dad is kind of the way he is.
Yeah.
And you sort of have this like, the father figure who is leading these bunch of X-Men, and you can have a young Cable there as well. They did at least try that for a little bit.
Yeah.
And having a bit more family focused. I think you could have really had this like Scott Summers or this Summer family focused book, which I think they almost tried to do. Because you've got, Alex, who is, talking about a big old loser. There's his brother there. You've got, like, Jean Grey. You've got Rachel Summers there, like, alternate reality daughter, Cable. And then you've got Gabriel Summers, the long-lost brother there, who's a bit crazy.
There's so many Summers.
Dude. I reckon age him up. Make him aromantic so all of the extended family's gone because he never married, and call him Klops.
Call him Klops.
That is a good saying.
What? Ooh, how about... Look at that. Give him a horse.
Oh.
What if we make him like the Superman-esque, where there's a bunch of different like Superman pets?
Okay.
And
and he's a horse now.
Well.
No, he's got a horse.
He's got a horse.
He's
He's got a chimp.
Cyclops, but he's got Klops the
He's
horse.
got Klops the horse.
Psy the chimp.
Yeah.
We're giving him a monkey again.
Yeah. All of them have a little like visor going.
That's really
They're
good.
stuck in a red fucking terrible earth as well.
Yeah. So what we do is rather than him go like, I want to make him a romantic. He doesn't want relationships.
He's not
maybe
interested.
when he hit fell from that plane and like hit his head or whatever. He's also like back in the orphanage, his best friends were like animals.
Yeah.
So now he's like got his whole like menagerie of different Cyclops-esque.
Maybe make his origin so that he falls out of that plane, hits his head, but he lands on the Life of Pi boat. So he's just on a boat with...
Or as he's falling, an eagle comes and grabs him. And then the eagle lands
Takes him to Animal Island.
To the Life of Pi, the animal boat, the Life of Pi boat.
Yeah.
Meets a tiger with a visor.
Yeah.
The eagle has a visor.
They're all connected to the punch dimension, which I like.
I like that too.
Yeah. I mean, and I think this has already maybe somewhat happened because again with
Cyclops
Sinister,
has been in Life of Pi. There
Yes.
was a
a horse with a visor.
There was a Marvel Comics Life of Pi crossover.
I'm fairly certain that there is definitely some kind of like maybe a hairless cat with a Cyclops visor that Mr. Sinister created.
That's really cool.
So you could.
What else is he doing? I guess.
Yeah, fair enough, dude.
Like I think having so Mr. Sinister obsessed with the summers. And so he just experiments with so many things. A lot of them are animals.
Yeah.
And he just gives them like a bunch of different, different animals, all the same, like, the visor. They like have to raid like Mr. Sinister's lair.
Yeah.
They're expecting all kinds of like, oh fuck, I'm gonna be cloned.
It's gonna be
1,000
monster men in
Cyclopses.
here.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no, it's just a horse
we go
and a
there
monkey.
and we're like, he has made human horrors beyond.
Yeah.
And it's like a bunch of different, like a whole barnyard full of Cyclops animals. They like, Sinister, why did you do this? It's like,
And then do we?
I thought it'd be fun.
Maybe-
And then it's just, a whole run of Cyclops raising these animals on a farm.
He starts a sort of like an alternate mansion to the X mansion called the C mansion.
Yeah.
That's full of animals.
Yeah.
They're his sea men.
Yeah. To me, my seamen.
Yeah. And then it's just like a fucking stampede.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A punch stampede
Yes.
from their eyes.
I think that would be great, dude. I think it's a really good comic.
Take him to the Savage Land.
Yeah, get a
Raise him there,
dinosaur.
get a dinosaur with a visor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could team up with Kazar.
Yes, dude. Yes, he could.
I think today has been quite an innovative episode.
I reckon.
I think so too, dude. I
Yeah,
don't think-
so we covered a lot of ground, and
Yeah.
we all have reinvented Cyclops, and I think
Yeah.
just listening to Plumbing the Death Star would also just fix him.
Yeah.
I reckon.
I agree,
Yeah.
dude.
Is there a way we could combine the three of these very
Well,
easily?
you kind of built on mine already,
Yeah.
and Jackson already had a chimp, so I think what we
All
actually
we
just
need
did.
to, all we need to do now is cut off his head.
Yeah. I mean,
And then it's all perfect.
yeah, we
And
just
it's
changed
exactly
his
the
visor
bit.
to a bowl, and
That's
then you've just
true.
done
Yeah,
that.
dude.
Instead of cutting off his head, you just make him a big bowl visor.
Yeah, exactly.
So therefore, if he wants to, he can like use little
Yeah.
reflections
Yeah,
and just like
yeah,
shoot
yeah,
wherever
yeah.
he wants.
And he rides his motorbike from town to town, solving crimes and
With his
mysteries.
chimp and
With his
dog
chimp Sai and his horse Klops.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I think that would
man.
fix him. That's a
I
comic
reckon
I'd
so.
read. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, and let us know if you read that comic and your understanding of cock porn.
Yeah, exactly.
We want to know.
And remember, if for some reason you want to support us, if you're listening to this and you're like, God, I got to give those guys some fucking money.
Yeah,
Man, they are so entertaining.
Yeah,
and they're
just like-
really insightful.
If you're sitting at home thinking, I need more of this
Yeah.
for some reason, you can support us by signing up to the Bad Brain Boys. There's a link in the show notes. You get more of this.
Yeah.
And then you get a bonus episode of Plumbing the Death Star every month.
You think cock porn was awesome? What about our famous riff from behind the paywall? What if you got jerked off by a fart?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So so there's a bunch of wonderful things there, plus access to the Discord.
Yeah.
Discounts on live show tickets, a bunch of other stuff, ad-free content. Hey, please,
Whole slew of
And-
shows you
please sign up.
And why not follow us on Instagram
What, dude?
Links are in the show notes.
follow us on Instagram to figure out what clips our wonderful editors have decided you should see.
On that note,
Plumbing
I'm project-
Pod.
I've also been Joel.
And I've also been Joel, and now I'm going to go take a business call.